Good morning. How you doing? Vee Roberts here, insight2marketing. I hope you've had a phenomenal weekend because now it's the start of a new week. And I don't know about you, but when I'm actually organizing my time, my week, one of the things that really helps me is to write out lists. But sometimes lists don't always work for all of us. And so we don't use lists. We kind of just work and go with the flow, which is also fine, as long as you're getting stuff done. So I'm actually going to, I should have entitled this one, really, Get Stuff Done, but I'm actually going to entitle it Your Monday Routine. And I'm going to share with you some of the tips that I actually already implement, that you might want to implement or consider. And as I said, the first thing is writing out a list. So when I'm actually coordinating myself, my week, what I do is I write a list, and it typically starts from a Sunday night. So I'll have in my mind a few things that I need to action, and I'll be thinking of the ways in which I can actually organize myself in terms of time available, money available, and also priorities, right? Because that's very important. So if you're not someone who prioritizes, that's the first point I want you to note. You've got to prioritize in order to actually see real results in your business. If, for example, you've got an event coming up in January, but you've also got priority to redo website content or to write an article or to even call a few of your contacts, then it's important that you've prioritized that. It's very, very important. If, for example, you are making jewelry, but you've got enough jewelry to go through till the end of September, and you've also got a priority to book in a few events and organize some admin, then you need to prioritize in terms of understanding what you can do to, first of all, make sure that you're not focusing on the jewelry, because if you've got enough jewelry till September, you don't need to make any, but to make sure that all of your admin is completed, right? So these are like two really quick examples off the top of my head. If you are stuck for time, the simplest way to organize your time is actually, would you believe it, to block time out in your diary. So getting very clear on what you can do to create better results in your business in terms of time management is important. Simple things like having a day when you do tasks, and maybe that might be a day where you focus on connecting with people, writing an email, where you focus on sending out letters or even contacting suppliers. If you block your time out, what you'll find is that you'll get better results, okay? So it's very important that you're aware of that. Blocking out time will help you get better results. Now, the other thing I want to mention to you as well, and sorry, I keep getting alerts on my phone. The other thing I want to mention to you as well is that if you're someone who actually struggles with budget management, having a budget will also help you massively. So getting very clear on how much money you've got will help you. In terms of a Monday routine, particularly if you've got a small budget, having a budget will help you. So understanding, let's say today, what you've got available to spend for either this week or the rest of the month, or what you've got available to spend in terms of what you're creating. Maybe you've got to order in stock, maybe you've got to source suppliers and pay them. It's important that on a Monday, or any day actually, but I'm using Monday as an example of my routine, you get very clear on what it is you need to do in terms of paying out. Because the worst thing you want to do, really, is have lots of things to pay for and not be able to pay for them, or have lots of things to pay for and not have a hold on what those things are. So let's say, for example, you want to print something. Let's say you've got to organize an order to come in. Let's say you've got to pay some suppliers. Let's say you've got to print something. You've got to make sure that you've got budget for that, to cover that. So if you're not doing it monthly, then check in weekly with yourself so that you're clear on how much money you've got to spend. Now, these are very quick tips. It's really interesting because these are simple tips to me, but I know some of you find time management and budget management really, really challenging. So I'm going to actually leave you with a link in my bio. You can click on that link now if you think it's going to be helpful. But remember, get organized by using lists or just jotting down a few pointers for yourself so that you know what it is you're doing in terms of your week to-do list, your week activities. Make sure that you've got an idea of how much time you've got, whether you're blocking out time or whether you're scheduling time, or even if you're scheduling posts. Make sure that you make time to make time. And again, as I said, make sure you've got an idea of the budget you've got to spend, because that's mega important. All right. So I'm going to let you go now. Let me know how you found the video. If there's anything you want to ask me, then feel free to. Have a phenomenal Monday. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.